Ian from RTO here. Welcome to another classic album review where we take a classic album from many a year and have a look at it, see how it did when it came out and how it's stood the test of time. So today we're looking at an absolutely legend in music, composer, producer. We talk about Frank Zappa, of course, born on the 21st of December 1940 and sadly left us on the 4th of December 1993. Known for his composing, being a band leader, by the non-conformity of free-form improvisation, sound experiments, satire of American culture. 30 years in working, composed rock, jazz fusion, orchestral, mystique, concrete works, and produced almost all the 60 album plus that he has released. It's with the Mother Invention and a solo. Music director. What can this man do? It was an absolute genius, and he is one of the great musicians of his generation. So today we're going to have a look at his second solo album called Hot Rats, released in October 1969, and it was Zappa's first recording project after the dissolution of the Mothers of Invention. Thing about this album, it was recorded on a 16-track equipment, one of the first albums to use this technology. Machines with 16 individual tracks allow for much more flexibility in the multi-tracking overdubbing than the professional 4 and 8 track, which was standard in 1969. So on here we have got Frank Zappa, of course, on guitar, octave, bass and percussion. Ian Underwood on piano, organs, Organus Maximus, whatever that is, flute, all clarinets and saxes. Also features Captain Beefheart. And bass, Max Bennett does all the tracks and set Peaches and Regalia, which goes to Shuggy Otis. So we've got drums were done by 2 or 3 people. We've got John Guerin, Paul Humphrey and Ron Sileco. Violins by Don Harris. Violin on another track, Jean-Luc Ponty. Got Lowell George, and of course it was produced by the man himself. This is a bit of a jazz sort of fusion album. It's pretty good. Side 1, first track, Peaches on Regalia. Love this piece of music. This has got Ron Sileco on the drums. Great drummer. The keyboards are brilliant. Solid little track. Do like the woodwind stuff on here. Really adds to it. Then we get Willie the Pimp. Frank's guitar work on this is fantastic. And we have a guest vocalist on here, Captain Beefheart, no less. You got 2 of the really very both of them are really out there when it comes to music, and I think it works. I love this track. Captain Beefheart, but he really does well on this. It's really, really good. I love it. It's a long track. It's proggy jazz. You just get lost in it. It's really, really strong track. Then we get the son of Mr. Green Jeans. Oh, some sublime guitar work from Frank. He was a fantastic guitar player. He made that guitar sing. Drumming on this is done by Paul Humphreys, and again it's got that such a jazzy feel to it. Absolutely fantastic. Side 2 then. This is a really short track called Little Umbrellas to open us up. It's more jazzy prog. The bass line's good, the piano's good, piano bar sort of sound. Wonderful. Then we get the Gumbo Variations. This is incredible. A proper jazz prog fusion here. The sax is great, lots of sounds. I think this is one of these improvisation tracks because it just goes off on a bit of a jazz odyssey. It's fantastic. I love this track. Probably my favourite thing on the album. Then we get a track called It Must Be a Camel. After the ferociousness of the Gumbo Variations, you've got this more gentle, subdued track to end the album. It's got some nice keyboards on this. Lovely track, well produced, gentle, fantastic track to end the album. This is a great jazz album, prog fusion. Some brilliant drum work on this by the guys. Frank, some great guitar work, outstanding. I think this is one of his best albums, and it's a very underrated album. So what do the old critics think of it? Well, the Q and Mojo Classic Special Edition, Pink Floyd and the Story of Prog Rock album, was number 13 of its list of 40 cosmic rock albums. It was also included in the 1001 albums you must hear before you die, and in the year 2000 it was voted 123 in Colin Larkin's all-time top 1000 albums, which is pretty cool. Ratings, All Music gave this one 4 and a bit stars. Encyclopedia Popular Music 5. The Great Rock and Roll Discography gave it an 8 out of 10. Music Hound, the Essential Album Guide, gave it a 4 stars. On the Rock, 8 out of 10. Record Collector gave it a 5. The Rolling Stone Album Guide gave it a 4. Tom Hull gave it a B+. Uncut, 9 out of 10. The Village Voice C. How did it do in the charts? This is in 69-70 when it came out. 19 in Australia, 173 in America, but here in the UK we loved it. Top 10 album for Frank. As I say, this was quite an influential album. It was one of the diverse albums as well. It's a terrific album. If you've never heard it, go and check it out. I love listening to this album, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. So there we go. Very short, sharp day today, but an enjoyable one. So I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we have got a continuation of last week's Alan Parsons project. Tomorrow we'll be looking at his solo albums that he done after the project broke up. And then tomorrow's retro ranking is something I know one of my fellow YouTubers and collaborators, Richard McCook, is looking forward to. And it's a band that goes back to my childhood, and a few months ago we did The Seekers because of Judith Durham dying, and this is the band that came out of The Seekers when they split up, the New Seekers. It's got some iconic tunes and tunes from my childhood, so I'm looking forward to that one. So whatever you've been doing today, wrap up warm here in the UK because it's pretty cold, but it's sunny. Be a nice fresh day. So have a good day, everyone. And if this is the first time you've watched, if you like it, why don't you subscribe? Because we don't just do rock, we do everything. It's just a pure ranking of music of all genres. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.